right, so take what y equals to and plug it in right there, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so negative 2x minus 3, and then I'm going to open parentheses, 6x minus 11 equals negative 7. After that, I will go straight to equation. I will go to equation solver. And then find the value for x. Does anybody tell me what the value for x is? 2. 2. And now I'm going to take that 2 and plug it in there, right? So y would be 6 times 2, which is 12, minus 11, so that will be 1. Okay, yay? May I erase? All right, same thing over here. So 2x, let me do it in this one. So 2x minus 3, plug in the y, x minus 1 equals negative 1. Go to equation solver, do your thing. What do we got? 4. X equals 4. Does everybody agree?
Yes.
Yay? And then plug in that. Oh, not there. Sorry. Plug it in here, right? So that would be 4 minus 1, which equals 3. Okay? All right, last one. Plug it in over there. So 5x minus 4, open parentheses, negative 3x plus 5, and that equals negative 3. Go to equation solver. X equals what?
1.
1. Plug it in there. So y equals negative 3 times 1, which is negative 3. And negative 3 plus 5 equals 2. And you're done. Okay? Now, when they already solve for one letter, for one of the variables, that's the easiest way. Okay, so we're going to learn today our last method, which is elimination. And then next week we'll do some more problems. Next week we'll do some, thank you, Edith. Next week we'll do my paper managers. Oh, we need to pick new workers today, don't we? And I need to pay you guys, my work, so you need to. Oh, they are. Do it. Wait, let me stop. Probably the easiest one. But let's go ahead and start with the first one. So it's called the elimination method.
Okay.
Why do you think it's called the elimination method?
I'm eliminating something more probably.
Very good. And I was one of my partner.
What?
Stop waiting. We're doing real. Alright. So, eyes on me. So what we're doing on this is eliminate. Alright? So to eliminate, you add the terms, okay? The first thing that I like to do is make sure that the x's are lined up and the y's are lined up and the numbers are lined up, okay? So what would be 3x plus 4x?
7x.
What would be y minus y? Nothing. Absolutely nothing, and that's how it's eliminated, right? And then you get, so this would be 0. And then you get that 17 plus 18 is what?
1.
7, really?
Oh,
Okay, so can you listen? 17 plus 30. Alright. And then it's really easy to find the value of x, right? What's x? And that's it, you're done with x.
Oh, okay.
Now we need to find y. So you need to take that x
Plug it into the
and plug it into whatever one you want to.
top one.
Okay, that's fine. So 3x plus y equals 17. I'm going to plug it in right here. So that would be 3 times 5. times 5 is 15, correct?
Correct.
So y equals what?
Two.
There you go.
This way.
It's a lot faster than substitution.
Yeah.
So I like the graphing a lot better, the y equals 2, and I can go to the calculator, then I like this one, and my last one would be. The least favorite one is the substitution.
Yeah, and that's a lot of work.
It is. It's the one that you definitely need to work the most, okay? So let's go to the next one.
There's one there.
Say that again? Yes. So let's go ahead and eliminate. What would be eliminated here? The y's or the x's? The x's. Very good. 5x minus 5x would be 0x. And then what is 6y plus 2y?
8y.
And 13 and 11? Oh my God, we can add. 24. All right, and y equals? 3. Stop talking, please. You're too close to me. I can hear you all the time, okay? All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and plug in. Any preference? It really doesn't matter. You can, just because you want to stay away from that negative, that's fine, but it really doesn't matter. So 5x plus 6y equals 13. So that will be 5x plus 6 times 3 equals 13. That's 18. And actually, you can go to equation solver, can't you? Then that will be minus 18.
And that equals negative
5. 5x equals negative 5. So x equals negative 1. After I plug in, I would just go straight to equation solve, okay? If you want to save a little bit of time and not have to worry about doing all that. Are we good?
Yes.
All right, if you got substitution, this should be a breeze. Because it's a lot easier. It really is. Okay. On number 3, what gets eliminated?
the y.
The y. Very good. So what is negative x plus 4x?
3x.
Correct.
That's eliminated, right?
Oh,
Yay?
yes.
And then what's 18 and negative 30?
Negative 12.
Negative 12. And now I'm going to divide by 3. And x equals what?
Negative 4.
Okay, you start talking. Negative 4. Okay. Where would you plug in?
On the
I
bottom.
will plug in on the bottom. It looks like it's a little longer, but in reality it's a lot easier because of that negative in front of another negative. That's a little confusing sometimes, okay? So I would say I'm plugging in on this one, okay guys? So 4 times negative 4 plus 7y equals negative 30. So you can do it by hand or you can go straight to equation solver, whatever you guys prefer. I am giving you the tools to do this as quickly as possible. Some of you still like to work it by hand. It's okay. I sometimes like to work it by hand and now the equation solver. So this is negative 60.
Yes.
And then plus 16. Negative what? Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not 17, it's 7, right? I added a number. So, okay. So, what did you guys say, 14? Negative 14?
Negative.
And then y equals what?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. So it would be this guy right here, and then this one. Are we good?
Yeah.
Yes? Try to do it real green, you know, green and red parts. Yes, until today. Today's your last day. All right. What will be eliminated over here? The x's or the y's? The x's. 4x minus 4x would be 0, right? And what's a negative 2y and a negative 9y? Same sign, you add. Okay, if you don't know, you have a calculator right in front of you. Do it with a calculator, babies. Okay, and what is 12 plus 54? I think it's 66. 66? All right, so y equals what? -6, thank you. Right, you do 66 divided by -11. You with me? All right, now we need to plug in top or bottom. I would do top just to get rid of that, not to deal with that -4, okay? So I'm plugging in on that one. So that would be 4x minus 2 times -6 equals 12. Again, equation solver or solve it by hand. Really doesn't matter. As long as you get it right, I don't care. Just get it right. All right, am I recording?
Yes.
Okay. So this would be 4x plus 12 equals 12. Then that's minus 12. 4x equals 0, which means x equals 0. Oh, what is that? Y-intercept or x-intercept? Or x-intercept? Y-intercept. Thank you very much. All right, are you guys ready to do one on your own?
Yes.
Or with your group? With your family? All right, go. Number 5, with your family. Go, go, go. You need to multiply one of those by a -1. And if you multiply by a -1, you're going to get one of those 3 y's as a negative, and then you're good to go. There we go. Good job. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply this one by -1. Okay? So what is -1 times -8x? Positive 8x. Can you see it in red, or do you want to go back to the black? Yeah, why? That's the same thing. He wants us to think that he's really not that smart.
And that he doesn't have.
It's working.
Amen. Okay, what's -1 times positive 3y? Minus 3y, and then -1 times -12 would be positive 12. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so now I don't have this guy anymore, correct? So I like to cross it out because otherwise it just gets a little confusing for me. Now let's go ahead and add 8x and 9x. I told you 8x and 1x. 9x, right? That would be 0. Equals 27, which is really easy because x equals 3. That's it. This is probably, if I didn't know how to do it with the calculator, this would probably be my favorite. It is so easy. Alright, now I'm going to plug in, most definitely at the top one, right?
Yeah.
So 3 plus 3y equals 15. At this point, you can go to equation solver or just do -3 divided by 3. So if I say -3, 3y equals 12, which means y equals 4. There you go. It really is fast enough that you can just don't have to use equation solver. And you guys are really good at solving equations, so that's just solving. With me? Okay. Okay, now look at the other one. Do I need to multiply by something?
Yeah.
Most definitely, right? By what?
Well,
-1, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do the, it doesn't really matter which one you multiply by -1, just multiply one of them, okay? So that you can eliminate those x's. So what does it become? -6x minus 5y plus 35. Alright, so 6x minus 6x would be 0, right?
Yes.
What is positive 15y minus 5y? 10y. And what is negative 45 plus 35? Negative 10, which means y equals? Negative 1. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to plug that in. I would definitely do it at the top. 6x plus 5 times -1 equals negative 45. I'm sorry, 15. Thank you. 6x minus 15 equals negative 45. So you're going to do plus 15. Negative 30, and then x, there you go. See, she was already able to do it in her head. And x equals negative 5. It really is. Especially if you cannot solve for y. If it's hard for you to solve for y, this is the fastest way to do it. Alright, what's the challenge on number 7?
Plus 8 equals 0.
So I'm going to have to do some switching around, right? Because remember, it's like decimals. You got to put the x under the x, you got to put the y under the y, and you got to put the number under the number. You know how when you add decimals, you line those decimals up? It's the same thing over here. So I'm going to have to do some switching around, right?
Yeah.
Which means this guy is going to have to come that way. Yay? With me? And then that negative 24 is going to have to come that way. Remember, when they switch teams, what happens to their sign? Their opposite. So I'm going to keep that 9x what? Yeah, white, right? I'm going to keep that 9x where it is. But then minus 2y, because I changed it. And then that equals 24. And then I'm going to cross this out because it's confusing for me. Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to say, is this for me, Lily? Okay. So 3x and 9x. Oh my God. See, I'm not the only one that picks on you. All right, what's 3x plus 9x? 12x. And then 2y minus 2y, that's eliminated, right? And then 0 and 24 would be, which means x equals 2. All right, and then I will go to the top just because it's equal to 0 and it's probably easier to do, right? So 3 times 2 plus 2y equals 0. That's 6 plus 2y equals 0. Negative, very good. There you go, you got it. And a lot of you can do this in your head, right? Y equals negative. That's why you're in algebra 1 and not math 8. Because we're that talented. Negative 3, right? With me? Alright. Next one on your own? Okay? How many more do we got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Alright, let's go. Number 8. Go, go, go. As a family. Go. Sorry. Alright, what about 9 and 31? 40? And then negative 5 and negative 3y? Negative 8y. Now I'm gonna have to change that 40 to the other side, or you can go to equation solver and it's already equal to 0, so you can write it exactly like you see it. But if you don't, that will be negative 40 equals negative 8y. Divide by negative 8, which means y equals what? No, positive 5, right? Because a negative divided by a negative will be a positive. Alright, I'll just go to the top and plug in the top, okay? So 8x equals, I can't see it, 9 minus 5 times 5, right? So 8x equals 9 minus 25, that's negative 16. Yay? And then x equals negative 2. Are you guys good? No? You get it? Okay, yeah, give me cards. Give me green and red. Okay. So we got a red. Rhea and Juan, I don't see cards. Jaime, perdón. Jaime. Cards. Okay. Let's go ahead and do two more. Let's go ahead and do two more because I really want to do the walkabout, okay? Alright, the only thing that I would do here is just change those, right? Yes?
Yes.
Now, I'm not changing teams, right? It stays on the same side of the equal sign, correct?
Yes.
So I don't have to change signs. I'm not changing teams. I'm not going over that equal sign. So that just becomes negative 4y plus 36 equals 3x. And then that's gone. Okay? Alright, 4y minus 4y would be 0, 0y. 4 and 36, 40, and 7x and 3x, which means x equals what? 4. Okay? With me? I'm going to go into the top one. So 4y plus 4 equals 7 times 4, which is 28. Minus 4, so 4y equals 24, and y equals 6. Okay? All right, do the next one on your own. Go. I mean, as a group. Go. As a family.
Yeah.